everyone. Welcome to the first class of accounting or advanced accounting. To test you only, I wrote accounting. Okay. First class of advanced accounting. So before we get into the syllabus, I'll take you through as to what we'll be covering, how we'll be covering, and how long we will be covering. But before that, I'm CA Sandesh. I qualified in the year 2012. I think it's been probably about 11 years, I think now. Yeah. So for the first couple of years, I was working with an MNC. Since about, I would say 7.5, 8 years, since 2015 onwards, I'm in the teaching field. Okay. So I specialize in accounting subject. I handle accounts at CA Foundation, CA Inter, as well as CA Final. So that's the brief intro about myself. Okay. All right. Anything you want to know before we start the session about me? Saying not that great personality. We'll get to know later this year. No worries. Okay. So yeah, before I dive into the subject, I'll quickly give you an overview of the subject. Okay. One, excuse me, is the paper pattern. Your advanced accounting paper is for 100 marker that I'm sure everyone is comfortable. So there will be about 6 questions in totality. Question number 1 will be for about 20 marker and it is a compulsory question. In question number 2 to 6, that means you have about 5 questions here. In this 5, you can answer any 4, meaning 1 is an optional or choice based question. But the pattern is very simple. 5 questions, each carrying 20 marker. That's the simple pattern which CA is following from many years. Same thing they've kept it. Okay. And duration of the exam is about 3 hours. So just because I say first question is compulsory does not mean you need to attend it first only. You can attend question number 1 wherever you want. You can start with question number 6, end with question number 1. Any order is okay, but please do make sure you write the right question numbers. Sometimes the students will be in so much tremendous pressure that we have seen they are solving question number 3, but they've written that as question number 4. In that case, whether we really can't tell whether the student is going to get marks or not. So please be careful or vigilant about the numbering of the question. Place it properly. And just because it's 5 questions does not mean it's only 5, okay? Each question can have a sub part. Like generally in question number 1, they'll give 4 parts. Each part carrying 5 marks. Like that. A split could be anything. In question number 1, you can have 3 sub parts, like 1 for 5 marks, 1 for 10 marks, 1 for 5 marks again, or it could be 8, 10, 2, any permutation combination institute can play around. But overall, that particular question will only carry about 20 marks. That's all it is. Okay. And always start the question on the fresh page. Booklet is quite lengthy. Most probably will not be able to complete it. Okay. So you don't have to worry about the go green. Books are already printed. Trees are already cut. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that. Always make sure you start the question in the new page. And always know when you're numbering as well, just a quick tip. Normally we have a pattern to write the question number here, right? There'll be a border, there we'll write. Also make sure you write the question next to the border as well. Sometimes what happens when they are tying out, right? The border may get cut. There is a possibility of that as well. These are some examination tips. We'll try to cover some examination tips at the end also. Just in case if I forget, as in when we are covering the topic also, I might be telling all this. Is this okay? All right. So this is about the paper pattern. Next is our class materials. Obviously, you have come to the class means you will be expecting certain materials, right? So our materials, some of you, I think we have sent that material to you. Okay. You can get it printed or you can place the order for the books from learn.arivupro.com. That's our website. You can go to the website, place your orders and collect the books from the academy itself, or the books will be delivered to you at your place itself. The choice is yours. Okay. So basically how I've made that material is I've taken ICAI ka study material. From that, all the questions I've brought it into my material. All the types of questions. If it is repetitive, I've still brought in all the types of questions we will be covering in the class itself. Okay. Then we have something known as RTP. I think though the subject is advanced accounting, some subjects are already started for you. So I think faculties must have told you about this RTP and all. RTP stands for revision test. Papers, waste paper, huh? No, revision test paper. Okay. Normally, institute, no, every attempt. You have 2 attempts in a year, normally one in May, another one in November. Every attempt, they'll release something known as RTP, revision test paper, as well as MTP, mock test paper. Okay, these will be available on Institute ka website. If you go to the student section and that select Board of Studies Knowledge Portal, you'll be able to download them. But these questions, as of now, whatever RTPs has come, those I have taken and incorporated into our material. So as of now, our material is complete. So for this attempt or for this exam, this material is sufficient. Some of the students, they will say, sir, I'll take the coaching now, but I'll attend the exam after 1 year. In that case, 1 or 2 extra attempts ka RTP, MTP, you will have to take care. Every batch will keep incorporating the MTPs and RTPs. That's how I keep updating my material. The material will have a version. If you check the index, no, material will have a version. Right now, currently version number 5 is going on. Next time it will be version number 6. Basically, if ICA has added any new question, those will be brought into our next version of material. That's how material keeps updating. Is that okay? Alright, and also some past paper questions. Previous year paper questions, we have taken that, and whatever is different, that I've incorporated or I will be incorporating into my materials. So these will be, or this will be the base for our class materials. Along with this, I'll also be giving you, or you can option to purchase another one known as colored chart book. So chart book, I'm showing you a simple sample chart book, how it looks like. This is how a sample chart book will look like. Okay, so it's a handwritten chart book. The intention of making this chart book is all the concepts that you need for your advanced accounting paper, has been incorporated into this chart book. It will be probably about 50 or maybe around 60 pages. So if I give you about 500 pages of material on the last day and ask you to run through everything versus 50 page ka book, what do you prefer? Obviously, the lower the better. Yes. So to revise all the concepts, because what happens in the examination day is we'll not be in a position to cover all the questions, but we want to revise all the concepts. That is the reason all the concepts I brought it into the chart book. So with the help of chart book, you can revise the entire syllabus of advanced accounting in an approximately an hour and a half, 2 hours maximum, not more than that. You should be able to do that. Is that okay? I make this chart book for every course of mine. I handle about 7 papers across different courses. For all the subjects, I make this colored chart book in a similar fashion. Okay, so you have an option to purchase this from learn.arivupro.com. Okay, yes, so that's about our material ka coverage and what do we give it as materials. Next will be, so how long we should see you? Correct, now already it must be boring, right? So duration of our class is approximately around 130 to 140 hours. It could be plus or minus 10 hours here and there, but I'm just giving you an approximate ballpark number. That's going to be the duration. Some other thing is, this is especially relevant for the recorded guys who have purchased it. So normally what we encounter from recorded students is, sir, videos are available, but we are a little confused as to in which order we should watch the videos, because we'll have 130, 140 hours ka content means there'll be a lot of videos, right? So what we have made is, there'll be a PDF file on ArivuPro ka platform, app or our web version of it. In that, you will be able to find a PDF called recommended order for watching the videos. In that PDF, I'll call out in what videos you should be, or in what order you should be watching the videos. That is the order in which I'll be conducting the face-to-face or live online batches. So for your best benefit, I suggest you follow the same order as well. Okay. And also I'll be giving you chapter-wise test series. Okay. This is not with an intention to test how many marks you're scoring. I don't give a damn about how much marks you score. You score 100 on 100, 10 on 100. The intention of this is you have to improve the writing speed. Speed in CA Inter, especially for practical paper, not only for practical, especially for the theory subjects also, has to be extremely good if you want to complete the paper. Ask any of your seniors, the maximum comment that most of them give is, paper was easy, but I could not complete it. I wrote it only for 80 marks. I wrote it only for 85 marks. Like this, people comment. The reason is they have not practiced enough. So that's the reason we have given for each chapter, we have make a test and we'll give it to you. Please take that up and time them. Okay, nobody will bother about correcting and all. You only yourself correct it. But just more importantly, no, just keep a track of how much time you are taking, because approximately one 20 marker question, no, you should answer within about 30 to 35 minutes or maybe 40 minutes, not more than that. And it is a challenging task. It's not that easy. If your writing speed is not good, it's not that easy to complete a 20 marker question within that time. With practice only, it will come. Okay. So yeah, that's about. To take care of that, we have a test series, and also to make sure that you guys are revising or studying regularly. So if you treat CA exam like BCom, it will not work out, guys. I'll be very honest with you. Okay, if you feel 15 days before, 20 days before the examination, full bindas I will study, probably it will not work out. CA for you will not be chartered accountancy. It will be come again for the exam. 90%. Unless you're very, very, very lucky. Extremely lucky. Okay, it is not possible to clear the examination short span of time. Please remember the course that you're doing. What is that course? Chartered accountancy. Guys, once you qualify, one signature of yours has a huge value. People value that tremendously. Once you say a particular CA has audited and has put a signature on it, people blindly trust that way. Okay, just blind trusting. Okay, because that is the amount of reputation which the course carries in the market. That is the reason institute has a kind of, they test it examination in a proper way. They expect few things from the students. If you're not up to it, then it will not happen. You'll have to come again and again. It'll keep happening. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why students don't end up clearing the examination. The reason is they're not serious enough. They treat it like normal exam, and just maybe 15-20 days before the exam they try to do it, which is not possible, because if you measure, you must have got ICI study material, stack them one above the other, try to stand next to it. It'll almost be your height, almost 5 foot, 4.5 foot the books will be. Can you revise the entire thing in 15 days? Possible, you only think. Not flipping through. You need to know the contents. So it's not possible. Not scaring you, just sharing. So from the first day, let's make this very well aware. You are pursuing one of the reputed courses, and it does require a certain amount of efforts. So let's take that, or let's kind of make a resolution today that what we're going to put in that efforts required. Okay. Exam and all, I always feel you should write only once. From kindergarten, have you repeated the exam? From kindergarten till your BCom, have you written the exam again and again? Or only once you have written? CA also same pattern should be continued. Why do you want to break it? You should not break it, right? So make sure that you follow the same thing. Okay. Daily you study. That's all I'm asking you. Okay. All right. So all I'm doing is I am not expecting you to study for 2 to 3 hours. If you have that much time, that is great. If you feel, no, I have girlfriend, boyfriend, Tinder, WhatsApp, whatnot, all that, fine. I understand your concern. You have your college articleship. Okay. Everything considered rather. I expect you to revise it for 30 to 40 minutes. That much can you take out? Yes, majority of them I'll make sure that, especially for this subject which I'm handling, everything will be done in the class itself. You just have to go home and revise. Okay, and revision will not take, trust me, at the end of today's session, again I'll ask you the question. Can you revise this particular topic within 30 to 40 minutes? You tell me. If the answer is yes, then probably what I've done is the justice. Otherwise, Kallodi bedi. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's about the test series and the things. Next is ArivuPro ka app. I suggest please download the app. Okay. And the app will have certain features like video speed control. If you want to watch the video in 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, where I speak like that. Okay. If you want me to make a meme out of my voice and all, that's possible on the ArivuPro app. So I think we have a speed control up to 2, I believe. Okay. Also, you can download the videos. This is what I'm talking about in the paid version. Those guys who have bought the recorded videos, you can download option is there on the ArivuPro app itself. And also, more importantly, why we ask you to download the app is the notification. If there is any amendment or if there's any new changes that has come in, which I want to communicate to you. There are many guys who have purchased the classes. Okay, especially recorded level and all, the number is quite huge. I can't keep calling up everyone and say, hey, macha, you do this, da. Hey, dude, where you do this, da, and all. It's not possible, right? So app is the platform through which we notify. Okay. So make sure that you have that app installed so that it will help you. So this is about what we'll be doing, what you will be provided, and how long we'll be doing and all that stuff. Any questions you have from your end? Group 1 accounts and all we'll talk later. Right now the topic is advanced accounting. So we'll stick to what is required for now. Relating to this subject, anyone has any questions for me? All okay? Scared or all good? all good only. What scared and all. After all, checkly simple. CA course and all pakka. We'll like child's play, that is for us. Okay, so that's it with respect to introduction video. Thank you.